Welcome to Mixing It Up with Mina. This is my first video for doing some acrylic art pouring. I've been doing it for a couple months, following a lot of great artists and who I will tag at the bottom so you can check out their YouTube's channels as well. So we're gonna start, we'll just get right into it. At the beginning there was a picture of the paints I was using, and I'll go over them again in the description. You'll be able to find the names of those paints and where they're from. A couple of the paints I'm using are from Art Alchemy. This one is Stormy Ocean, and this one is Magical Pond. They're tiny little bottles, and they don't make much. For me, they're too expensive, but I'm using them up, and I probably won't ever use them again. But they are lovely paints. Let me show you. This is that Stormy Ocean. You can see how beautiful it is. I mixed it 1-to-1 with a pouring medium. My pouring medium is 75% Floetrol and 25% Golden Gack. This one is the Opal Pond, and you can see it's lovely. It's kind of iridescent. Again, mixed with the same pouring medium. My paints are, rest of them are Arteza paints, and they're pretty much like they form a mound whenever you stir them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll put the black down. Now I watch Kathleen of Cause Creations. She has a really cool way of putting down the base coat. Just right across the top. Let it slide off. Do one side. The other. Don't worry about those corners, we'll get those. And the base coat should be thinner than the paints that you put on the canvas. And then I just get a cup. Oh, Jesus. And let it just slide down. Once you have your canvas covered, and you can, while you're letting this paint drip down, that's a good time to get your other paints ready, but I already had them ready for this video. Now the paint will spill over the sides, so I'm not too worried at this stage about getting all the sides covered. Oh, I have 2 grandchildren under the table. I'm gonna use a glass cup just so you can see the pretty layers. I'm gonna do a layered pour in here. The first color that goes in is the last color that comes out. And so I'm gonna use this really pretty Stormy Blue by Art Alchemy. Now white can easily take over the paints, so just a little bit. That was the Arteza Pearl White. I'll go with the Arteza Pearl Space Gray. This Arteza Pearlescent Silver. This is yummy. This is a bronze. This was a Arteza Bronze that I mixed up along with some American Art Deco bronze. It is beautiful. And we're gonna go light, dark, light, dark. We're into this opalescent. And then I mixed up this deep gold with a rose gold. It was a Aztec gold from Arteza, along with some American Art Deco rose gold. And some Liquitex Payne's Gray. And then some Arteza gold with some 24 karat extreme sheen gold in it. What is this one called? What is this one called? What is this one called? Maybe it is this bronze. It's this bronze. It's this bronze. It's more of a brown. It's really pretty. White. A bit more of that. And the gold. And silver. Some people like to go in the same order they went to begin with. Honestly, I just can't remember what the order was, so I call it good. You can see how pretty that is. Now I'm gonna start pouring. We'll just start and see. It's going down my cup because it's very full. We'll just start again. And the paints will go underneath and around. I'm going like this, makes those little angel wings. I'll just do a variety of things here. Now I'm going to do this. We're getting into that last bit that I really like, that beautiful stormy blue. And maybe I'll buy that one again, even though it was expensive. Now you want to make sure you end this well, because any little like flyaway will just spread out on your canvas. You can see how beautiful that is. You let it set for a second, and then you are able to see what cells are going to start forming, and you want to torch it, which is like my favorite part, because this will take out all the air bubbles. If you don't get out the air bubbles, when they pop, the white of your canvas will show. Whoa. My son got me this. It's like blowtorch. Jeez. You can see all the air bubbles popping. Don't stay in the same place too long. You don't want to burn your paints. Yeah, I don't know where Jacob got this, but this is great. Now we'll start. I usually wear gloves, sometimes I don't. One of those amazing artists said, go in the directions you want to keep first. I like all of this. This is just a pretty ring pour. Oh, it's looking so pretty in the center there. I really like that. Now be careful when you're pointing that you don't drip more paint on it. That's beautiful. See how it pulls those rings apart. Cover all the corners, so I'll get those covered first, and then I'll look at the composition. I think I'll take that blue off of this side and let it catch on. There's a lot of paint on here, and you want to get as much paint off the canvas as possible. When you have too much paint on the canvas, the top will dry before the bottom, and then you can end up with cracks. I have had my heart broken several times because of cracks. That was kind of funny. That's true in so many senses. Now, take it down this way. Oh, that brown down there was kind of some things in your paint. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh well, I guess you just leave them. Oh, it's really bothering me. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh yeah, great. Okay, fantastic. I'm kind of liking what's happening with some of this now. I think I'm gonna let it go off this side and then send it back the other way. I really, really like it. And you're probably thinking there's a lot of paint, but then you can save that paint and use it as a flow extender on other paints. You just, when you pour in a puddle, and you can, you don't have to actually cover your canvas to begin with paint. You just use your flow extender around the puddle. Yeah, you can see it's hardly moving now, so that's good. I think I'm gonna mix up another little batch. Oh, I'm liking that. And never be afraid to just pour over it. Sometimes the paint doesn't get mixed up and you end up with these little bits of paint that didn't, oh man, I just am a mess. That didn't mix into the pouring medium. I don't know. Bob Ross always says there's no such thing as mistakes, just happy accidents, so I'll call it good. Something like this is much better to pour with in that big glass cup, unless your glass cup has a little pouring spout. But this, I can control the flow. So I want the stormy ocean at the end, so I'm gonna put it in first. Maybe the Payne's gray, which is a really, really dark blue and gray. Then some white. White, you only need a little bit because it goes a long way. A little bit of gold. This yummy brown. And this rose gold. Maybe a little blue. That magical pond blue. I'm gonna start pouring right on the tip of this. A bit of a traveling pour. But when I see my coming, I'm gonna go back up to the top. I'm gonna stop pouring and go back up to the top again. Now we gotta torch it. This awesome blowtorch. And get some rubbing alcohol, and after you use your stuff, clean it off. Rubbing alcohol will just take it right off and keep your stuff clean. I was watching a lady named Canella with a K, who has a YouTube channel, and I felt like I was being scolded by my mother. She was like, look at this blow dryer. It looks brand new because I keep it clean. I was like, oh, yes ma'am. She's an amazing artist also. Here we go. Popping the air bubbles. This is lovely. In this pouring medium, I also had a little bit of polyacrylic, and so we're not getting the cells that we would normally get. I just had a little bit left, so I threw it in there. Thought, what the heck. All right, and I did throw some glue in there too. This way first. Oh yeah, this can be pretty. Oh, that's lovely. And we'll probably speed up this video so it doesn't take forever, but I'm going really slow. You don't want to rush this. This is really, really pretty. This is really pretty. I'm trying to decide what to do with it. I don't like those corners over there. So I think I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm just gonna make another cup. You can never have too many cups. Use the darker colors. Put a little bit of white in between the layers. Give it some definition. Whoops, I'm dripping. Let's see where we're at. This feels like it's a very long video. I guess we can see what happens with that one. I'm kind of liking what's happening now, even more. Oh, this is adding an interesting element. Now I'm starting to really enjoy the composition that's happening. I think we need just something interesting right in the center of here. Spread it out to the, if it'll reach to the end of the canvas. See, once you get most of the paint off of your canvas, then you can work on individual parts and the paint pretty much stays in place. All right. So let's take a look at it. Oh, there's a lot of stuff I really like on here. I think it's really pretty. And if you look at the sides of the painting, as the paint goes over it, it keeps the design. And so a lot of times these don't even need frames. You just hang them on the wall the way they are. Well, I think I'm going to torch this and I'm going to call this one good. I really like it. Okay, now we got the big blowtorch and torch it. Pop any bubbles and break up any cells that might come up, like right there. Those are pretty. I love the colors on this one. They're subtle, playful. Earthy, kind of looks like a shot of somewhere exotic from a spaceship. Paintings don't always dry exactly the way you see them, and I was pretty shocked when I first did this because the colors weren't as vibrant or anything. But I'm going to show you a picture of it dry. This is what it looked like dry. I'm only kidding, it's a different painting.
My name is Jacob and this is Isaiah. This painting's amazing and I like how it is. I like the texture on it. It's good.
It looks like
like space to me.
Thank you for joining Mixing It Up with Mina. Join me again. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I don't think you get anything for it, but you get my love and appreciation. Love you. Bye.